Well, hello everyone. Here you show you right here. I'm talking about from Mommy's Little Man right here, and I'm sure that most of us can probably remember those special moments, from our sons and daughters or anybody else that you're going to be inviting to a family reunion or something like that. Especially, like yeah, if it's during a brunch or if it's during lunch or dinner or something like that. And so this right here, that I went ahead and did this artwork right here just to represent, for somebody who's serving something. And let's just say that, if it's cheese or crackers or anything like that. And during the time of this visit right here was actually about a bowl of chili right here. And whenever I was drawing this, I was just thinking too that how come that I didn't have the camera rolling during the time, because I just thought they was so cute. And but still, they have right here that how many artists are really going to explain about that. If you want to go ahead and draw a picture of a moment to where that that whenever you're eating enjoying a bowl of cereal or maybe a bowl of chili or something like that, that you were not able to get any pictures, any photographs of certain moments for what was going on. But this right here will be a moment right here to where I was enjoying a bowl of chili right here, and then I got right here is my nephew right here that was offering me some crackers, and something to add to the chili, and also it can maybe be the salt and pepper shakers too. So it's like that most of us, if we've been to those restaurants like Steak and Shake or maybe Bob Evans or anywhere like that, other than due to the pandemic and everything, whenever you do go to these restaurants and you got like your Mommy's Little Man, who's gonna be serving. I'm like sitting at the table, busting tables or anything like that, or have like a little apron, and he's gonna be handing out the menu, a menu to anything that you want on the menu, anything like that, for if it's lunch or dinner or anything like that. So it's like so it's like back whenever you were about maybe 4 or 5, that you may have did some things around the house that were considered helpful, and if it's maybe carrying any salt and pepper shakers, and also offering any crackers to munch on, or something like that, maybe offering some napkins, and it maybe a 3 or 4 year old, a 3 year old would offer you some napkins that you can use while you were eating. And so it's like some of those cutest moments. But I wanted to draw this right here. If this right here was supposed to be like a cute moment right here, and so like me, that if I was enjoying this chili right here, and people were thinking, is that you enjoying that chili right there with some crackers right there, and then you got somebody who offers you some crackers, or maybe a napkin or something like that, something that you can use. And it's like, say, yeah, a waiter. You got like a little 3 year old who's offering to be an assistant, a waiter. And so it's like, yeah, which I thought that was pretty cute. And so it sure seems that way. Like anybody probably say too that whenever you do, while you're visiting, that there are some times whenever you're not able to get everything on camera. And so that's why that I go ahead and just draw a picture right here and do some Photoshop work right here up what I'm talking about right here. But you have right here, I'm like, yeah, this right here would maybe be a good example of like maybe for an ad or something like that. But still, like anybody say that if you're going to be looking at the menu, and I want to know just a little bit too, to where that anything on the menu that you would like to order from the menu, and you're probably thinking that, okay, well, for what's described maybe in the pictures or maybe in writing about the serving and maybe the different dishes and stuff like that, and your variety of stuff that you can get. But I have right here a bowl of chili right here, and this right here, I was trying to draw this right here. If I was, if this bowl of chili was resting on my lap, so I was sitting down while I was enjoying the chili, and I can just remember that while you were visiting, and somebody handed you a napkin, somebody may have handed you maybe an extra fork or a spoon or something like that. So yeah, so it's like you want to know too that you have little kids that offer to get something for you, but still. But I just really think that you have right here's the crackers right here, and so yeah, the crackers, and just knowing that that whenever you while you were eating, and then let's just say that people say, yeah, well, usually that like at the dinner table that you would ask, somebody to please pass the rolls, or please pass the salt and the pepper, or maybe the ketchup or something like that, or something, anything, maybe a mustard or something like that. But still, the way I think about this moment right here is like, yeah, you're gonna have mommy's little man right here, and thinking too is that while you're enjoying the chili though, and like I'm thinking is to where, yeah, well, there are times to when you were thinking that how come you didn't have the camera rolling, because I thought that was just so cute, for how it was on, and but still that it's like want to know just a little bit too that whenever it comes to visiting, and then also whenever it comes to enjoying maybe a bowl of cereal or something like that, and that can tell you that yeah, if you would have had if I would have had my camera rolling, then for sure I probably would have put that down on my lap while I was eating the cereal or the chili, and thinking too that how good of a camera angle do you think that would be if I were to do that, and so it's like, yeah, that tripods or anything like that you can buy nowadays, that it's like if you were to be if you had the camera, maybe if you had had it strapped to your neck or somewhere like that, that you'll be able to get some good footages of what was going on, and thinking too that if you would have been able to get certain moments on camera, and so since the camera wasn't recording during the time, that's why I drew all this detail right here, and like anybody thinking too that yeah, that right there is like yeah, that if you're gonna maybe have maybe a 5-year-old or maybe an 8-year-old walking around, and want to know just a little bit too that yeah, whenever while you're visiting, that just thinking too that yeah, if they pick something up for you or they give you something, but still, but I just really think, yeah, I just thought that was a pretty cute moment right there, and yeah, that whenever you're going to be visiting, and maybe if you're going to be enjoying a bowl of chili, that it seems like to me though that yeah, anybody that might even say that well, really, for how it's served, and knowing that that yeah, if you want something to go along with that dish, maybe if it's a few crackers and chips, or I'm like, yeah, a lot of times it's crackers, or maybe some like if anybody else for what they like for their chili, Mike, but still, sauce or anything like that, but still though, it's like whenever you're visiting though, and it's like say is to where, yeah, well, whenever you're going to be visiting, and sometimes it'd be like say to where you don't have to get up as much, just to get something, but still, but I just really think that most of the time with like mommy's little man, especially with most waiters and waitresses though, whenever you have a waiter or waitress, a lot of times it's like yeah, that people may think this that yeah, well, even if you're just volunteering, that people might say is that yeah, that that whenever you're going to be walking around and chat, I'm like, yeah, especially if you're gonna be at like a family reunion or anything like that, that you're just gonna yeah, you're gonna go ahead and just be carrying something and handing something, and maybe a few extra forks or spoons or something like that, asking anybody if they want an extra fork or spoon or a napkin. And like anybody say that, well, most of the time it's a napkin. They'll be handing out, somebody will be handing out napkins. So it's like, yeah, it's you can you try to capture, you try to get a few of these moments on camera, and of course I try to record a lot of those moments and say, yeah, this is for you. But still, people are thinking is that whenever you have anybody who's going to be doing any sorts of volunteer type work though, and you're likely want to know too that for how young, really, and then how old really you have to be, just do that. But I just really think that just for how I just really thought they were just cute, just how it happened. So yeah, you go ahead and while you're visiting, and then so it's like while you're talking to, and you might say, yeah, well, somebody hands you the clicker to the remote control, or hands you something, and so it's like, yeah, you're having your nice talks and having your nice visits. But I could probably say that, especially for graduation time, and I actually see something like this going on for, special occasions, if it's going to be graduation, or if it's, yeah, family reunions, if it's supposed to be a family reunion or something like that, that you would see maybe a 5-year-old or an 8-year-old that's going to be handing out dessert or something like that. But you'll hand out drinks, you'll hand out Kool-Aid. But anyway, but a lot of moments that you may want to know too. That really, how often are really people are able to keep the camera rolling, while people are getting ready to sit down, eat, and enjoy their meals and everything. And you're probably thinking the last thing that you want to think about is that, yeah, well, you need two hands, just to be able just to get ready. You have to, whenever the meal is served, a lot of times that you need to have, two hands, just to be able to handle, the food and everything. So, yeah, whenever we think about that, it's like if you're not able to capture certain moments on video or on camera, then you go and just draw them out like that. So you just add like a description right there, and be like, well, yeah, that right there, and then this is how that certain moments toward it, that anything special about the menu and all. I can, yeah, well, just think about this to where that whenever you do have a bowl of chili, or maybe have a dish of rice, or maybe if it's cornbread or any sort of, like, yeah, if it's pork steaks or anything like that on the menu. If it's pork steaks, or if it's vegetable related items or anything like that, or spaghetti, that you're probably thinking is that if that's going to remind you of any point in time. So yeah, but anyway, talk about favorite cute it's like from Mommy's Little Man. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.